Saturday, 7 January 2023, marks 30 years of the inception of the Fourth Republican Parliament of Ghana after 11 years of military rule and the promulgation of the 1992 Constitution that was approved by the Ghanaian citizenry in a referendum. On Ghana's return to constitutional rule on 7 January 1993, the first parliament of the Fourth Republic was dominated by members of the National Democratic Congress (NDC), who secured 189 out of the 200 seats in parliament. The first Republican parliament comprised a total of 16 women from both the majority and minority caucuses of the House. Over the years, Parliament has evolved and the number of parliamentary seats increased to 230 in January 2005 and further expanded to 275 since January 2013. The celebration, alongside introspection into gains made so far, also seeks to celebrate individuals who had held various positions throughout these 30 years. Giving the welcome address, Clerk to Parliament Cyril Insia outlined some benefits and infrastructural initiatives being implemented so far.
Parliament has evolved over the years, and constituency representation of various geographical spheres of Ghana has, through the first past the post single-member election method, expanded from 200 seats in 1993 and 230 seats in 2005, and the current number of 275 seats since 2013. Right Honourable Speaker, permit me to acknowledge that we have indeed come far as a parliament. We witnessed periods where honourable members used the boots of their vehicles as offices and storage spaces for official documentation. Thankfully, through the dedication and efforts of successive Right Honourable Speakers of Parliament and Parliamentary Service Boards, and the honourable leaders of the House, we now have two ultramodern edifices, the Job 600 building and its annex, constructed under the Parliament Infrastructure Enhancement Project, which provides dignified office accommodation and facilities for all 275 honourable members of Parliament. The Right Honourable Alban Sumanakins for Bagbin has also demonstrated commitment to improving the infrastructure of Parliament by continuing with the construction of ancillary buildings under the Parliament's Supplementary Office project, soon to be completed.
He was optimistic that Parliament will strive to achieve more.
As the fulcrum of our democratic dispensation, Parliament continues to articulate the concerns of the Ghanaian people, shape policies to reflect the aspirations of the citizenry, as well as exercise oversight of the executive arm of government and its agencies. Parliament continues to perform its legislation function to regulate the conduct of public business, judicious use of our resources, and promote good governance. I am confident that as we celebrate 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy, we will strive to achieve more and leave a legacy that generations yet unborn would appreciate and build upon to entrench the principles of parliamentary democracy.
Minority Leader Dr. Kassel Atuforsen, during his remarks, noted that there is the need for Parliament to be properly constituted. His reasons:
Mr. Speaker, democracy is about Parliament. It is only when Parliament is properly constituted and properly conduct its business that we can be certain that there is democracy. After all, it is a known fact that for all the years that Parliament was in abeyance, all the other organs of government and their agencies were equally running. Mr. Speaker, parliamentary democracy is a representative democracy. It is the one that allows a selected few, including us, to act and decide for the many others. It is the one that allows for a debate, scrutiny, oversight, deliberations, and consensus building. These are the prerequisites of an effective parliamentary democracy. Members of Parliament are only the people's representative. It is therefore an honor for an elected member of Parliament to represent the ordinary men and women of our dear country. We are elected to represent our people, and we cannot fail them in that regard.
He therefore noted that there is the need for reflection going forward.
Mr. Speaker, as we celebrate Ghana's 30 years of stable parliamentary democracy, it is important to reflect on some of the issues that has resulted in the death of the first three republics. First, it has been suggested by the people behind the 1966 overthrow of the Nkrumah government that Nkrumah's government was abusive and corrupt, and that he failed to adhere to democratic principles. I do not intend to refute or assert to these allegations. I only seek to remind myself and all other politicians that any party in power should endeavor not to engage in an act that would suggest that to our people that we are abusive, corrupt, and undemocratic.
Majority leaders say Chairman Sabonso, also delivering his remarks, made these observations.
The Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, we play ostriches if we claim that the justifications, real or imaginary, for which military juntas intervene in the governance of this country have been totally eradicated. Neither can we also claim that our aspirations, as enshrined in the 1992 Constitution, have been achieved in their entirety. However, we have major achievements to show. The Speaker, our country, 30 years into the Fourth Republic, is still struggling with issues of poverty, youth unemployment, chieftaincy conflicts, economic hardships, vigilantism, insecurity of all forms, and corruption in public life. Yet we can also not claim that attempts have not been made by the political leadership in the 30 years of our democratic dispensation under the Fourth Republic to address many of these issues. We have established institutions and also provided mechanisms to deliver public goods to our people.
Meanwhile, the Right Honourable Speaker of the August House, delivering the keynote address, stressed that this achievement should not be taken lightly.
This has actually been a journey of vicissitudes toward the peaceful democracy that we enjoy today. Honourable members, compatriots, fellow Ghanaians, we should not take this achievement for granted. The theme for the 30th anniversary celebration is 30 years of parliamentary democracy in the Fourth Republic, the journey thus far. We have set up a planning committee chaired by our distinguished Member of Parliament for Abuakwa South, Honorable Samuel Atachia, to help us navigate through the celebrations.
He subsequently outlined some activities that is expected to take place both at the regional and national levels during the milestone celebration.
The activities of the committee will be coordinated by the Clerk to Parliament, Mr. Cyril Kwabena Oteng Insia. I want to urge all of you to reflect on the theme as the program of activities for the celebration unfolds. I am confident that we will participate fully in all the activities, and I expect to see all of you participate fully in all the activities. The year-long celebration will zone the country into six regions, not the 16 regions. And programs will be planned to suit the peculiarities of each of the 6 zones. There will be such regional activities as public forums, mock parliaments, football matches, and health walks. At the national level, there will again be public forums and football matches, as well as lectures. There will be a documentary on the history of Parliament in Ghana, not only the Fourth Republic, We want to take you backwards to know that some of the things we are doing today were done before. We are not reinventing the wheel. We will also organize award ceremonies for those who have made significant contributions to Ghana's 30 years of parliamentary democracy in the Fourth Republic. And definitely, being a spiritual nation, we have planned a prayer and thanksgiving service.